Angeles Kings welcome you inside the fortress. A good crowd has turned out for the first home preseason game of the Golden Knights. As we're underway from T-Mobile, Mark Stone with a drive on right off the bat. Turned away by Forsberg, and this
looking to do it again this year.
And healthy, right? For
right.
The first time he get bit by the injury bug a few times in his career.
Right.
Forsberg will cover. Good pinch to keep it alive. Able to work it off to Bowman. Set off at the point. Moves it across Dylan Coghlan with a wrist shot kicked away by Forsberg. The Kings will push it out and Taylor Ward to clear it. Now here's Dylan Coghlan. Sit back with the VGK again. LeBlanc to the offensive zone, and Forsberg swallows that up.
16-0-2.
There's a steal here for Trevor Moore, and he's denied by Hill, but he took an
opportunity to win for veterans like those two.
Whitecloud up ahead for Tomas Hertl. Cut off along the wall by Dumoulin. Power play is over. Dumoulin looking into the middle. Wrist shot, score! Taylor Ward. Just after the power play expired, he goes upstairs, and the Kings on the board first.
You can see that right there, loose puck, and it went right back to him. Penalty had expired. Gets to the middle of the box, but just out of the reach. See right there, able to go across the body.
Battledore Fever in the offensive end. The goal for the Kings came 5 seconds after the power play was up. Ben Hutton with a wrist shot, smothered by Forsberg.
That's what the coach talk about, different evaluation for different players. Bowman and Uchez have a game under their belt. Coach Cassidy saying, can they take a step forward?
Dumoulin centers it towards the net. Here's Brian Dumoulin. Now Warren Fogle behind the net. They're winning the Four Nations tournament.
I talked to Zach Whitecloud about how many games he needs to get ready to go. I'll take 0. And he got hurt
right
a couple of years ago first shift of the preseason.
Carlson off to Stone, but wouldn't settle for him. Now the Kings regain possession. And Jeff Malott to move it out. Now through center ice, Momavara. Sent in by Brustevich. Now you think about Jack Eichel out there, put Mitch Marner out there. What that top unit will look like. Carlson down the Stone, backdoor to Hertl, and he healed it.
One muff pass and one real good pass.
Now the Golden Knights change up their power play unit. Ben Hutton straight away. Lazinski feeding it towards the net, deflected on the Forsberg.
Think of ideal, and Dylan Coghlan was talking about that season. I'd like to play them all. That would be a good sign again this year.
There's that battle a couple of years ago. Paul Cotter and Battledore Field, right? Who's right? Winnipeg Jets organization. Mostly with the Manitoba Moose.
When I talked to him, he said there's opportunity. Again, we talked about it in the open with the minutes available. That's for incumbents like Zach Whitecloud, but also if you're outside, know the organization like Dylan Coghlan, you know what? I could be there or I could be a first call-up.
Catterford with a chance. Save Forsberg. That broke through him, but puck held in right on the line by Smith. Hannaford straddles the blue line too. And Carlson will swing it a little bit further. Stone swoops in to pick it up into the middle. Shot off the goal post. Scores in.
But this is Mark Stone off the wall. The puck just finding him. So intelligent. Gets to the shooting area. We're going to look at it again. Doesn't look good to me.
It's like Stone knew.
Wow.
They always know. And Tomas Hertl was off a 32-goal season last year. Hunting a wrist shot on the blocker save made by Forsberg.
It was a real difference maker for their season. And it was started right away.
Hertl, open, wrist shot. Off the glove of Forsberg, and Stone trying to stuff it in, but couldn't quite do it. This might have been the best one. Mark Stone just couldn't quite get a handle on the rolling puck at the side of the net. Throws it wide of the net. Puck held in by Gersonoff. Greentree with a wrist shot. Still able to get enough of that. Coghlan takes a hit in deep. Yeah, hit along the end boards by Malott. Stevich hitting it towards the net. That's deflected out of play. Near boards. Hertl comes away with a puck. Hertl feeds it across. Here is Whitecloud with a wrist shot and a glove save. Forsberg. Dumoulin intercepts. Elenis right back into Ward. Throws it on net. Save made by Aiden Hill. And he'll hold. Still looking for their first goal of the preseason. A whopping 4 periods into it.
We want to hear a real goal call.
That's right. not an alleged goal. They were anxious to see what they could do. All back and healthy again, but Dorofeev not on the ice to begin the second. Carlson trying to tuck it in, but Forsberg here as well.
He did. Saad with a really nice pass. Carlson driving the net. Little sauce between two guys, tape to tape. That's the NHL, folks.
Lineup right before and then also played right after the Four Nations tournament last year. Whitecloud at the point lets it rip, and that's deflected out of play. Kogel, Jeannot, Ceci a wrist shot on the blocker save. Schmid, backhander on from after this break.
Are you winded?
Let's get physical. Schmid with a nice save on the right. Hertl to keep it alive. Half a minute to go in the period. Riley Smith down low for Hertl. Jammed it on net. Forsberg holds the fort. 76 candles on the cake for the boss today. I saw him over the summer. Very blessed to see a couple of shows in Milan, Italy. Still the best in the business. Now I'm biased.
Guys are a little bit bigger, older, less risk than an 18-year-old.
Puck loose down low. Here's Hutton with a wrist shot turned away by Forsberg. I say he's a little bit older. He's a whopping 21 years old.
Was that right?
Of course, the big news for the Kings earlier in their training camp. Andrzej Kopitar, their erstwhile captain, will call it a career after this season. Centering pass, score! Jeff Malott put in his own rebound on Schmid. He jams it home, and the Kings are up 2.
Neutral zone turnover. Even in the preseason, that'll cost you. Nice little passing play, and you can see, as you mentioned, it was Malott scoring on his own rebound after a nice save initially by Schmid. There's the save, and nothing you can do there.
Up ice, they come again. Hutton, good hustle to get back ahead of Greentree. Tomas Hertl the other way for Vegas with LeBlanc and Saad. Saad now to Kmetz, and he scores! Liam Kmetz snaps it home. The Golden Knights have their first goal of the preseason.
And of course, the first goal of the preseason is scored by Liam Kmetz, of course. Good for him. Let it go, one motion. But more than that, if you want to look for things from a young player, he was up in the play. He was not lagging. If he doesn't get up in the play.
Now they've got Smith and Stone with Carlson. With a steal, Lee put it towards the net.
Our Southern Nevada Toyota dealers instant replay. Akira Schmid makes the save. He was a little bit, see that right leg looking for a pass across potentially. You could see 6-on-5 and getting the goalie to the bench.
Schmid to the bench now. Moore with an empty net bid on the backhand, scores. Turnover in the neutral zone, and it's an easy one for Trevor Moore. Bounced it in on the backhand to apparently seal this one for the Kings.
And again, you can see top of your screen, Schmid just trying to get to the bench, lumbering there. Puck doesn't get deep. Goes back the other way. A 2-goal lead for the Kings.
Trevor Moore make it 3-1 for LA.
And much like the 2 young goalies played well in San Jose, 2 veteran goalies played well here.
Coghlan plays it to the far board. Sedemic, and that'll do it. It's a 3-1 win for the Kings here in the preseason.